Russia's ground and tactical air operations continued to focus on the Donbass in eastern Ukraine over the weekend, and more villages around the twin cities of Severodonetsk and Lysychansk were pummeled by Russian artillery on Monday. Elsewhere, there are growing concerns over the fate of two U.S. military veterans captured in Ukraine after Russian President Vladimir Putin's spokesman said Moscow wouldn't guarantee that they won't face the death penalty. It depends on the investigation, Dmitry Peskov told NBC News senior international correspondent Keir Simmons when he was asked whether Alexander Druik and Andy Huyn would face the same fate as two British citizens and a Moroccan who were sentenced to death in a pro-Russian separatist court, widely seen as a kangaroo court, in eastern Ukraine this month. The major cities of Mykolaiv, a port in the south, and Kharkiv, the second largest city in Ukraine in the northeast, have both come under heavy attack, according to officials from the respective regions. The head of the Mykolaiv Regional Council, Hanna Zamazeva, said on her Telegram account Tuesday that Russian forces continued to fire at Mykolaiv and struck targets across the city, leaving 15 people wounded. Meanwhile, Ola Synhubov, the head of the Kharkiv Regional Military Administration, said on his Telegram account that Russian forces had fired at various parts of the city, damaging and destroying various public and commercial buildings. The governor of the Luhansk region, where the most intense fighting is taking place between Ukrainian and Russian troops, has said that he is witnessing the calm before the storm after a relatively quiet night on the front line. Serhiy Haidai, the governor of the Luhansk province where fierce fighting is taking place in and around the cities of Severodonetsk and Lysychansk, said in his Facebook update Tuesday that Russian forces had stopped to regroup. Ukraine has been desperate for more long-range weapons to help it turn the tide in the battle in eastern Ukraine, where Russia has been seeing slow but steady progress in terms of territorial gains. Russian President Vladimir Putin's spokesman told NBC News on Monday that Moscow wouldn't guarantee that two American veterans who were fighting and captured in Ukraine won't face the death penalty. It depends on the investigation, Dmitry Peskov told NBC News when asked whether Alexander Druik and Andy Huyn would face the same fate as two British citizens and a Moroccan who were sentenced to death in a pro-Russian separatist court, widely seen as a kangaroo court, in eastern Ukraine this month. There will be a court, and there will be a court decision, Peskov said, adding, they should be punished. Hollywood actor Ben Stiller met President Volodymyr Zelenskyy in Kiev on Monday, calling the wartime leader my hero. Stiller added that the president's wartime leadership was inspiring for the rest of the world. Residents of the southern port city of Mariupol, which was seized by Russian forces in May, are on the verge of survival due to a lack of drinking water, according to the city's regional military administration. CNBC was unable to verify the information from the administration and Boychenko. Battles between Ukrainian and Russian forces are taking place in multiple villages around the twin cities of Severodonetsk and Lysychansk, with Ukraine's forces losing control of one settlement, according to the head of the Luhansk Regional Military Administration, Serhiy Haidai. Unfortunately, we currently have no control over Mykolaiv near the regional center, he said, adding that Russian forces had intensified artillery and air fire. Russian and Ukrainian forces have been engaged in intense fighting and street battles over recent weeks, with the conflict homing in on Severodonetsk, the last Ukrainian-held city in the Luhansk province.